Yo, what is up, everybody? We got battle number 2 in week number 3. Welcome back if you are tuning into all of these. This has just been so much fun all season, yada, 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 how much fun I'm having and how great this is. But you guys did not come here to hear me talk. You came here to watch the battles. You guys came here to hear the analysis from a draft league veteran into two much better players than I. So I don't know why we do this, but we do this. So anyway, so this is not focused. There, it's focused now. All right, cool. Yeah, camera issues, hashtag. So what do we got right now? So let me see. So it's week 3 matchup. We've got Mount versus Wolfe. And the cool part is at the end of week 2, when Mount finished his match, he went, we lose, but at least we're going to get a win next week in week 3 against Wolfe. So that won't be a problem. We'll be 1-2. And he just said it so nonchalantly. It was just, everybody was just absolutely having it. And I am on the Mount train right now. Anyway, so I'm predicting a Mount win this week just because he's so confident and he must know something I don't. So, but let me dive into a little bit what happened, a little bit of context. So Mount actually made a few transactions. He made Electivire in, Vileplume in, Skiploom in, out Raichu, Executor Sentret. So he just replaced this redirection with a little bit more offense. He has his Chlorophyll user in Vileplume instead of Executor, and then the electric type is well being replaced at the same time. So Skiploom just gives him a sleep powder option. It doesn't look like we're seeing it this week if we look at the screen here. But so basically, when I look at Mount's side, I think one thing he has to look out for is you got to watch out for his Trick Room and your Trick Room. So if you're going to go that way and set Trick Room, you got to watch out for his because he's got a decent one as well. Yes, yours is a little slower, and he might not have answers for it. I did figure that the Prim and the Hariyama were the answer for his Trick Room mode. So let's see how he navigates that. But that maybe Trick Room isn't the way to go based on looking at these teams. Let me see. Expect spread damage. So because you picked up the Follow Me user, that's a lot more viable than the Sentret that you had. Expect some spread damage. I'm expecting, like, looking at the field, maybe like Heat Waves. Obviously, we're going to have D-Gleam, Hyper Voice, Earthquake potentially, you know, things like that. I would expect spread damage because, like, you know, you definitely think that hold on, did he name his Electivire Mega Venonat? That is absolutely amazing. I wish Venonat came to this week just because of that. That's so awesome. The nicknames go hard right now. My goodness. Maybe we'll go over those in a second before we start. But also, one other thing that I think Mount has to look out for is if you're going to go for, which actually there's no Torkoal. Look at that. Wow. I predicted wrong. I thought Torkoal was going to be here, so I guess Weather Ball is not really an issue. So if Wolfe has it on his team, then that's just one move you don't have to worry about unless he's going to set it himself. Possible. But yeah, that's basically what Mount has to look out for on his side. We do have the Terra types because if you look at the screen here, we have the Pokemon on the field. Illumine's Terra Water, Electivire's Water, Ursaluna's Fairy, Blaziken's Flying, so I would imagine Brave Bird's on there. Caparaja's Fairy, and Scraggy's Poison. Scraggy at Poison is just such a good Terra type for it, and with the Eviolite item, it's awesome. He named it Top 5. That's so wicked. Let me see, Wolfey side of the field. Based on what I did in the preview, week 3 preview, I think he has to be able to mitigate the Torkoal Ursaluna combo in Trick Room, but the Torkoal's not there, so just the Ursaluna. What else? Let me see. Primarina. I think that him using Primarina this week is really important. Obviously, that's not much of a hard take being the MVP leader so far. But also, if Mount can get around that Primarina, then I think that puts him in a great spot because it looks so good into his team. But I also think that Wolfe, if he can position it correctly, that might just win him the game, right? And also Wide Guard. I had Wide Guard as really important because I know that Eruption and Hyper Voice and stuff like that on Mount's team was just really devastating, being so strong just naturally. So, and I do see the Hariyama there, so it's probably there, or maybe he's bluffing it. I don't know. The Terra types, as you guys can look at the field, we got Arcanine, Noivern, Prim, Hariyama, Espathra, and Sliggoo, newly acquired. Of course he would bring that. Of course he would. I was sitting there going like, why would you pick up the Sliggoo? I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. He knows what he's doing more than I do. Noivern's Fire, Hariyama's Flying. That's nice. Sliggoo's Water. Pretty standard because it's Papa. The, what's it called? The Hisui and Gudra is usually Terra Water with the Sap Sipper. Primarina is Grass. Espathra's Dark. Arcanine is Water. Espathra Dark because of the Illumise, just in case you wanted to stop the Encore stuff with Prankster. The Dark does get around that and other prankstery things. So, An Arcanine Terra Water as well. Actually, I don't think we've seen Arcanine this season, so it's nice to actually see it as first round draft pick finally showing up in week 3. Awesome. But anyway, so that's basically the week. But before we get started, I do want to plug one more time. I'm gonna probably do it in the four battles this week that I go over. New Discord, new channel. So not a new channel. It is. I was gonna say new channel, new me, new Discord, but no, we got a Discord channel. So join the Discord. I'll put the link in the description. Go check it out. I'm not pushing anything. I'm not promoting anything to make money. This is more so just to interact, because you guys comment and you guys ask me a lot of questions that I want to say more than one thing to, but a comment is really just kind of quick. But in the Discord, we can have longer conversations. We can get more people involved in it. Still comment, still interact with that, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff with your comments. But let's carry it even further in Discord, and we can also prep together, we can build together, and all that fun stuff, and just have a lot of fun as friends. So that being said, that just gets out of the way. Let's dive into the battle. This week, we're watching Mount's version of it, and let's dive in. Let me see. So, oh, there's the Terra types right there. All I had to do was just fast forward a little bit further. I went and dug into Wolf's channel a little bit too, just to see what the Terra types were. Again, just in case you guys are wondering, I only found out the Terra types. I did not find out any of the moves, any of the strats, anything like that. I just kind of went like this, you know, just kind of peeked at the Terra types and then left. And my memory is so bad. It doesn't matter if I saw them, I would have forgot them anyway. I also just realized Oranguru's left at home. So there's no Trick Room on his team. What in the world? What in the world is that Copperajah set? Copperajah's base 30 speed, guys. Wow. So, Tailwind. Probably follow me. Clear Amulet, though, is interesting. Wow, I know that its attack is decent at 123. What is happening right now? We have Scraggy Electivire lead. Wow. So, what do we have here? So, I'm not sure what he's going to do. I know that the Focus Sash in the back row is interesting. He did bring the Arcanine, potentially with Intimidate. I know it gets other abilities. I think Flash Fire was something I thought he could bring as well. But Electivire does deal with the Prim, but I feel like that's all that deals with the Prim. So maybe you'll have to preserve that a little bit. If Wolf brings that in the back, you definitely have to watch out. And he's Terra Grass on the Prim to definitely deal with that Electivire. So let's see how he maneuvers that, because I think that's definitely one of the matchups you want to watch out for, is that Electivire versus the Prim. Let's see if we run into it. Yeah, no Trevenant on Wolf's side, so it's almost like Wolf was like, you set Trick Room, I don't care. That's what it sounds like. Sliggoo, are we going to see it appear before Arcanine? Are we going to see his one-pointer appears before his first round draft pick? All right, good luck, Mount. You better impress, because you did say that you were going to win this week, so I certainly hope you win this week. Don't make me look like a fool. Shout out to Mount, though, by the way, because he actually showed up for the stream on the other night. He just kind of talked about his transactions, and he just joined just kind of sporadically like that. So Hariyama, Noivern. So we got 2 fake outs on the field. Intimidate into that Hariyama is fantastic, so it's probably the Flame Orb. Could be Assault Vest. Either way, it's intimidated. It's usually 2 of its favorite items are the Flame Orb and Assault Vest on the Hariyama. Top 5 in Mega Venonat. These names go so hard. Yeah, Ice Punch. Is Wolfey going to read into the non-spread? I know that we predicted that with Necra's match. So I can see Wolfey either, if he goes for an attack or not protecting or switch, he definitely has Focus Sash on that Noivern. But it's probably Covert Cloak, right? It could be Terra Ghost. Yeah, there's the fake out into his fake out user. I love running Covert Cloak on my fake out users, but it is not. Switcheroo. We're about to find out what item it is. So that makes it a little bit weaker. So is this Ice Punch? So he went for Ice Punch? Yeah, later. Well, we definitely know it's not Focus Sash, because regardless, it just switched its item off. Was that Choice Scarf? Hold on, I gotta go check. Yeah, it is Choice Scarf. Okay. See, I miss things sometimes. When I'm battling, I write stuff down. Right now, I'm just vibing. I'm just having a good time. Primarina comes in. All right, here's the matchup we wanted. So is this just a straight up Terra Grass? So Scraggy does get to choose what move it locks into now. Protect. Okay, yeah. Protect to bait out the Terra. I can see Primarina protecting as well, just to see what he's going to do. Super Fang into what? The Prim? Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like Terra Grass Steagling makes sense here. Because again, D-Gleam's just so strong, right? And the Terra on the Electivire is water, so you're not going for a Hyper Voice. You're definitely going for D-Gleam here. What's the Hariyama doing, though? Because it's not burned, right? So it's probably Assault Vest, which means that it might not be Wide Guard. What's the item on it? Yeah, there's a Protect on the Hariyama. Let's see what happens here. Super Fang, miss. Oh, into the Protect. Okay, nice. Let's see, Hariyama goes for Knockoff into the Protect. Okay, that was a whole lot of fun on that turn. A whole lot of nothing happened. Ooh, this is a fun match so far. So no damage on Mount's side so far, but he does have a Choice Scarf Scrafty right now. See how it goes. Foul Play looks okay, but it's resisted, so maybe it doesn't look okay, but his defense is so bad on Hariyama, it might be worth doing. This is tough. I think you should switch out the Electivire, though, because he's just targeting it down, right? Yeah. Did he read that? Did he go for the Ice Punch there? Hold on. Yo, he's going for the hard read. Let's go. Helping Hand. That should pick up. Ooh, that's actually a good question. With the Choice Scarf, is it faster? You can check really quick. Ooh, hard switch. Yo, that's so good. Arcanine. Oh my goodness, he predicted it. But it did give the Intimidate anyway. But the Clear Amulet, so that's just a safe switch. Covers for the prediction as well. That's really nice. Wow. All right, well, Hariyama's definitely hitting the Electivire. Super Fang, that's going to be good. Yeah, in KO range, Knockoff. There goes that. Now you can Intimidate cycle. So Knockoff on Hariyama. So we don't know the item yet. Actually, maybe did the Hariyama flinch first? So it might have been going for Fake Out. So it's probably not Choice. Could be Choice Band, you never know. But I think based on the flinch order, I think that it was going for Fake Out that first turn. I could be wrong. Yeah, you have to preserve that Electivire. I'd get it off the field. I think that Blaziken's not a bad switch in here. Yeah, that's probably as safe of a switch in as you can get. And then maybe a Foul Play into the... Oh, he switched the other slot. Oh, no, he did! I was wondering what he was doing. He switched the wrong slot. Oh, no. Yeah, oh, no. Well, there goes that. It does pick up, but are you going to lose this? The recoil and the damage? Yeah, he's kicking himself. No, you don't have Fake Out. You have a Choice Scarf, buddy. Oh, he read it. Yo, that's so lucky. Oh, that is so lucky. Let's go. Hey, Mount. Who's cheering for Mount here? We love you, Wolfey, but Mount predicted a win, and if he gets this right, that'd be crazy. Primarina comes back in, okay. So, Wolf went for the Protect last time in the switch. Is he going to go for a Terra turn 1 or a Protect turn 1? I feel like he's got him kind of pinned now, so you have to get that Electivire off the field. Have to. This is when Scraggy comes in. No, Scraggy comes in right now. No, don't do it. Oh, dude, you even said that you don't know what your answer is for Prim. Wow, he just let him do it. Wow, Wolfey, why? Wow, unless he was predicting a switch. I would love to see Wolf's perspective on this. Wow. Hold on. You guys didn't hear the edit because I didn't keep it in there. Mount just edited in, but it wasn't enough. Mount's such a good editor, man. Oh my goodness. There we go. You know what? That was such a good turn, and that goes game 1 to Mount. Wow, look at the smile. I think you got away with something a little bit because he misplayed on which side he switched out. And he also had Choice Scarf Scrafty in the back, so you didn't have Fake Out either. That's crazy. Well, Hariyama doesn't have Protect, so just come in, Fake Out. I know you're locked into it, but Fake Out, and then just attack, and then you win. Yeah, just bring that in. Is he going to remember he has Scarf? Yeah, there's the Intimidate. Yeah, that's so nice knowing that you could just straight up Intimidate that Hariyama. Yeah. Oh, he's doing some calcs here. Yeah, Wild Charge, Fake Out. Done. Done. There you go. Like, I know you're choice scarfs, but that's fine. You're not getting a second turn anyway. That's good. Wow, well played. I think there was just one mistake. Not so much it was a mistake, but like he didn't think he did what he did. And I think that's where the mistake was. Not like it was a super bad turn. I think you could have called it a read. That's not really what he wanted to do. But let me see. Let's just fast forward this to the team preview. Okay, so what does he do here? So I think you have to get Tailwind up here now, because you know that he's Choice Scarf on the Noivern. But the question is does Noivern Choice Scarf outspeed everything in Tailwind? I haven't looked at that, but that's probably why. And the switcheroo makes sense. You can get a faster Tailwind than him, but at the same time, Prankster just goes goes first anyway because of Prankster. Let me see. So maybe actually the switcheroo was for the Illumise as well. So that makes sense. What does Wolf do here? The Espathra looks okay. But yeah, that Primarina I think definitely needed to go Terra Grass on that turn or Protect. Terra Grass probably, because I don't think you're using Terra on the Hariyama against an electric type, so that's probably where it was. And maybe Wolf wins that game, I don't know. Maybe he forgot to click it or misclicked or something, or maybe... I'm not sure. Or maybe he's going for a hard read. I think in that position, it's really hard to make a hard read there. But, again, I want to see Wolf's perspectives. Yeah, so he is going for the Tailwind. He's going for Fast Bear. I think that's just a really nice adjustment. Yeah, Fast Ursaluna is so good. I remember the first time we saw that in VGC, it was just... nobody was ready for it. It was always a Trick Room Sweeper, and then somebody just said, hold my beer. Let's do Tailwind. Let me see. Are we going to get a win? Espathra Arcanine. So that's Tailwind. Is it Opportunist? Is it Frisk? Or is it Speed Boost? It is not Frisk, so it is probably Speed Boost. So let's see what happens here. Arcanine, what are you doing here? Probably just attacking that glow up and trying hard. That's funny. Yeah, this has to be a Tailwind, right? You have to get your Tailwind up here. Other than that, why lead it, right? Yeah, Tailwind and then Hyper Voice. It is, let me see, on the Arcanine it's water, so I think it's just Hyper Voice. There's nothing wrong with it, right? What's the harm? Oh, he's just going for the Arcanine here. Okay. Tailwind goes up. No Protect anywhere. Let's see. Earth Power. That has to KO, right? That is so bulky. Calm Mind. Okay. He's setting up and he didn't target it. That's why I thought that Hyper Voice was probably better there. Is this a Snarl? Flare Blitz. Okay. Just get rid of it, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. So you got your Tailwind, and I think that mount's kind of set up now, isn't he? What did he have in the back row? So now you have your Tailwind up. Let's see. Arcanine goes down from the recoil. That was such a good turn for Mount. Wow. And then there's a speed boost, but your Tailwind's there. So yeah, you bring in the Electivire. You know what? I'd bring in the Electivire there, force the Terra on the Primarina, and then you have the Flare Blitz in the back. I like that. Yeah, Lumina Crash, it could go down after a +1. I think Mount was saying. I'm not doing any calcs. I wouldn't know this. It has a decent special defense stat. It's the physical attack defense that's pretty low on the Electivire. The item's kind of useless now because the Arcanine's dead. Well, actually, wait a second. Lumina Crash doesn't lower your special defense, so that's not bad. I think you bring in the Electivire here. Mega Venonat. I love that nickname so much. It kind of looks like Venonat. Hariyama, okay, so you got your Protect. But I don't know if you want to Protect here because I think you have to double attack here. Because the problem is Hariyama's going to fake out one of the two slots. But if you Protect again, this Espathra is going to get another speed boost even the next turn. So then your Tailwind's basically a wash, right? It's gone. So I think you attack with both slots here. Just because I think you're okay. +1 Espathra might pick something up, but I doubt it. And then you get some free damage. I think at this point, I feel like you're so far ahead and you have Tailwind up just to set yourself up. Just start doing damage. Just start doing damage. Deplete your opponent's HP to 0, I always say. No, don't Protect. Just attack. Attack. No. You could have D-Gleam. Yeah, you're saying maybe he's D-Gleam, but it's definitely... So it's a Lumina Crash, that's why you run it. But a Fake Out is definitely coming here somewhere. Did he attack with the Electivire? No, he went for double protect. See, I don't know if I like that because the fake out and then you get another speed boost or a Calm Mind. If he gets another Calm Mind off, this game is probably over. Fake out goes off, doesn't happen. Is this a Calm Mind? There it is. Oi. Yeah. Yeah, he's actually saying what I was saying he should have done, just gone for an attack with both, because now this thing is just so set up. Like, your Tailwind's gone because he's +2 speed, and he's got +2 special defense, so that Ursaluna's not even touching that Espathra. So I think you might just... Do you double attack the Espathra? Because I feel like, again, the Electivire is there for the Primarina. You have to remember what it's there for. So there's no point of letting it go down now because then the Primarina is just almost unstoppable. So let's see, Blood Moon, maybe into the Hariyama, and then maybe you go for a Wild Charge into that slot, or you just double the Espathra. Yeah, Blood Moon, the Hari... Ooh, just double the Espathra. Okay, that makes sense. Does he protect here? That'd be funny. Yeah, so there's the Terra. I think he went for Terra Fairy, right? So that does get around the close combat or the Drain Punch. I think it did Drain Punch last game. Let's see. It's not a bad Terra at this point in the game. Wild Charge. How much is this going to do? Good chunk. It's got a decent defense investment. I feel like that should have done more. Baton Pass. Oh, no. Uh-oh. This Primarina is going to be unstoppable in a second if it goes Terra Grass. Uh-oh. Big Slig? He didn't. He didn't Baton Pass all those buffs to the Sliggoo. Oh, man. And here's what he's doing. He's just attacking the physical attackers so the Sliggoo's unkillable. Oh, no. That is going to be really difficult to deal with. And by the way, that Sliggoo has +3 speed now, I think. Keep that in mind. It doesn't get body press, guys. So is this like Flash Cannon? Because you're passing special attack boost. So Flash Cannon, Dragon Pulse, Protect, and probably Life Dew just to stay alive, right? Yeah, he's about to get Sliggoo, he said. Oh, that's so funny. At this point, what do? Do you just get rid of the Hariyama and then maybe just deal with the Sliggoo later? It's +2 special attack, so... It might be strong enough. I wouldn't be worried about the damage. I'd be worried about it just never picking up. Ooh, that recoil isn't nice. Earth Power, this is going to do nothing. Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's not bad. Muddy Water. Accuracy drop? No. Mega Venonat? No! Knockoff goes into that slot, not for damage, but for finding out information. And there goes the Silk Scarf. So it doesn't lower the Earth Power damage. But we do have the... Yeah, you know what? This coming in, it's probably going to outspeed the Espathra the next turn. If you get your +1 first. Let me see. Ooh, I don't know about protecting. I would have gone for an attack. Man, you gotta hit that Sliggoo over and over and over. You have Focus Sash. I think you're fine. I feel like a double up into that Sliggoo is nice. I feel like he just goes for a Life Dew here, no? Life Dew and an attack? Wolfey's just taking advantage of these protects right now, I think. If this is a Life Dew, that'd be crazy. Terra animation, do we skip it? Yes. Terra Water Sliggoo. Now that the Electivire is gone, that's pretty safe. Let's see. Protect. Let me see what happens here. Double protect. If this is a Life Dew, that's just masterclass. There it is. He is just reading all of these protects, right? And now, yeah. You're hoping for a Blood Moon crit into that Sliggoo, right? But I feel like that Blaziken's set up okay right here. Muddy Water takes you down to Sash. So I think you just... Do you just double the Sliggoo here? Or do you Brave Bird the Hariyama, break your sash? I don't know about that. Close combat makes sense into the Sliggoo. Does it have protect? Maybe. Probably. I feel like that Sliggoo needs to go down, right? Because just Muddy Waters are just going to finish you off. But Hariyama, like, I feel like you can KO the Hariyama next turn. So you either lose or you take a chance by taking out the Sliggoo and lose. So I would have doubled the Sliggoo here. Bloodmoon, yeah. I guess he's hoping for a crit. Yeah, that picks up. You break your sash, but then the Muddy Water just takes you out. Let's see. He's got the suit on, looking sharp. Looking great, Mount. Yeah, Muddy Water goes off, and it is faster, yeah. Yeah, later. Wow, just double KO straight up. Yeah, Baton Pass, Calm Mind, Speed Boost into Sliggoo-Hisui. That is something. He just said, how do I beat Super Sliggoo? I love Mount so much. He's so funny. Oh, dude. After talking to him for that interview, oh my goodness, we had such a good time. And if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Selfless plug or shameless plug. Let me see. What's he going to do here? I still think you go for the Tailwind again. I think he leads the Arcanine. Nothing threatens the Arcanine aside from the Bloodmoon Ursaluna. So, and we know that the Earth Power doesn't pick it up. So Wolfe just leads the Arcanine again. Why not, right? I feel like Wolfe could just go for the exact same lead, but pass it to the Prim this time. Yeah, like, I think that's what Wolfe does. You just go for Arcanine again. Because again, you know you survive. Oh, unless he has Helping Hand. If your Mount, does your Illumise have Helping Hand? I think it did, didn't it? So Helping Hand Earth Power would be nice. Yeah, I feel like Mount gave him a couple of turns there. It wasn't super close at the end. Oh, he's just doing it again. That's not bad. Yeah, that Caparaja just is not coming. I thought the Tailwind was really nice. So does Wolfe go for the Arcanine lead? Maybe with the Noivern, because the Noivern was just a really nice lead. The Hariyama has, I think maybe Hariyama Arcanine is nice, or maybe Arcanine and the Espathra again. Because you could just pass to something else this time, right? Why not? Espathra Hariyama. Okay, so we went. Let me see. So he changed it up a little bit. Yeah, but this makes sense too. The Espathra as a lead just makes sense. Yeah, those Intimidates are really nice, actually. He does have to watch out with the D-Gleam, but if you're Eviolite, I know it's super effective. You may survive the non-stab D-Gleam from Espathra, so I think you're okay. But this fake out's pretty safe, but Wolfey definitely is faking out that Hariyama. Sorry, Wolfey is faking out the Scraggy. Oh my goodness. You can't Helping Hand here. Yeah, fake out the Hariyama. You may as well. You know you're faster. Or do you fake out the Espathra? But Wolfey has to fake out the... Yeah. That's just a wash again. Wild Charge goes in that slot. Is this a Dazzling Gleam? Calm Mind again. Yeah, why not, right? This is scary. Does it have Stored Power? That would be really cool if you whipped out a Stored Power right now. Because that's 3 boosts, so 20, 40, 60, 80. And at +1 too. That's just really nice. Another Calm Mind, my goodness. Because then it'd be at what, 140? Yeah, he definitely Calm Minds again, but that's a lot of HP gone. So you know what? Maybe he goes for a Baton Pass now. Because he is the fastest thing on the field, so maybe you just Baton Pass to the Prim now. But you can't because you have to watch out for the Wild Charge into that slot. So this is a tough position for Wolfey, actually. He does have the speed advantage, but I just don't know what he's doing here. He's Terra Dark, so you die to the... Yeah, the Calm Mind was nice, but that's just a lot of damage. I don't really know. I think you just Wild Charge the Espathra here, right? Ooh, does Foul Play pick up? I doubt it. Protect makes sense. He attacked around it. That's a good turn for Mount. Wild Charge, and then with the... Oh, no, the recoil is going to be so much. Does Drain Punch pick it up? Foul Play. Is this Headlong Rush? That'd be neat. Drain Punch. Does it pick up? No, it doesn't. Okay, so now you can just go for a Wild Charge into the Espathra slot again. Ooh, that HP coming back on the Hariyama's not bad. But I think you just Lumina Crash now into the Electivire now, and then you Hariyama Drain Punch, get some more HP back into that. Yeah, I think Wolf's just gained a lot of momentum on that turn. A lot of momentum. I don't think you go for a Baton Pass. I think you just have to go for that Electivire. Is there a switch for Mount? Can you switch in on a +1 Lumina Crash into anything? I don't think so, actually. He's kind of got him pinned, doesn't he, this early? You could switch in the Focus Sash Mon, but what are you doing with the Scrafty, though, is my question. I don't really know. I don't know. If Foul Play gets there on the Espathra, then why not? Yeah, there's the Protect. Yeah, this has to be a Lumina Crash, right? Unless he reads this, that'd be a crazy read. Yeah, there's a Lumina Crash, yeah. And he Drain Punches the Scraggy slot, right? Knockoff makes sense, yeah. Yeah, another speed boost, yeah. So now you've got the edge on that. I still think you go for the Electivire here. You know, if you go for the Electivire slot, if he switches out, though, that would really suck. So maybe you KO the Blaziken, but it might want to Protect here. This is a tough turn for Wolfey, though. Spread damage would be really nice. If he had D-Gleam, this is when you do it. Because that should pick up the Electivire. I feel like you would have done it last turn if he had it, so no. Yeah, I think you Wild Charge the Espathra and then attack the Espathra with the Blaziken. A Protect here would be super wild. Or do you spread your damage just to cut? Hold on, I want to read this. So, let's play this out. So, last turn, he went for Lumina Crash into the Electivire to KO it to protect his back row. Makes sense. He has a speed advantage too. Then you switch in the Blaziken, and now it's +1 speed. The Hariyama's not going to get a turn till the end. It's the slowest thing on the field. So, that being said, Mount has an option to either... Because Espathra attacked last turn, so it can Protect now, and then Hariyama can KO something. Because I think Hariyama isn't the target here, right? So, Wolf could go for a Protect with the Espathra. Hariyama could take out the Electivire, because the cost of taking out the Electivire with the Espathra is you lose the Espathra. I feel like it's set up so nicely, you might want to protect it. It just depends. Do you think Hariyama is going to survive this turn? Do you think that he's going to attack into that Espathra with one of these attacks and survive the other? If that's the case, then you protect with the Espathra and then attack the Electivire with the Hariyama. But I also think that if you read that, that's a really hard read in the moment. You only have 45 seconds, right? So, but I think that Mount probably just goes after the Espathra here with both of them. So is this a Terra on the Hariyama's? Okay. Terra flying. Dude, that does cover for like a potential Brave Bird. And if he's Thick Fat, which I think he is, he resists the Flare Blitz. There it is. I had a feeling, and there's no point of doing this unless you go after the Espathra. I mean, go after the Electivire. I'm mixing up names here. Guys, we breaking down turns on this channel. Wait, what? Oh, hold on. That was that slot. Okay. Then the last turn, Hariyama goes into the... Yeah. I'm really glad I was right on that prediction. Not for Mount's sake, but for the sake of a little bit of credibility, because you have to kind of like... I said this in my last video, or this one, I forget. I think it was last video. You have to read the reads, or what is your opponent trying to accomplish here? What are they looking at? Like, kind of do like the out-of-body experience. Go put yourself on the other side of the field, what they're looking at. What are they trying to accomplish? And that just made sense to me. And Wolf saw the same thing, which I said this in another video in the past. I did the same thing as Wolf. That means we're the same. Me and Wolf are the exact same person. World champ difference, baby. No, not exactly. Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be... I don't know if Mount can come back from this. I don't know if he can come back from this. This is too difficult. I know the Ursaluna's in the back, but... Come on, Mount. Don't let us down. You declared the win before the week started. Are we going to see the champion of the SPL, fresh off the SPL, go 0-3 to start the season? Are we going to see it? Oh, everybody's running the Chilon Berry. Yeah, Spother's going down. Wait, what? Oh, he went for upper hand. That's kind of crazy. I feel like he didn't need to do that. Wait, that's interesting. Hold on a second. Wolf, why would you do that? Because you know that his fake out outspeeds your Hariyama and they're the same priority. Like upper hand and fake out are both +3, right? Hold on, I need to look this up now. Hold on, everybody just occupy yourselves for a second. I need to look this up because I can't look it up on my phone. Bulbapedia. Sorry guys, Bulbapedia upper hand? I feel like this is a stream. This is not professional at all. Upper hand, it's +3, yeah. So fake out and upper hand. So his fake out went before yours every time so far. Yeah, that upper hand was never going to work. It was never going to work. So, I don't know. Again, I'm curious to see Wolf's perspective on there. He's human. Yeah, that guy, I too have upper hand, he says. That's really funny. But Wolf has two other Pokemon. He's got 3 left. Yeah, that's a lot of resources, man, to kind of set up here. You might have the speed advantage, so he didn't get the baton pass. Yeah, Arcanine here would be really bad, as he was just saying. I'm not going to take credit for me recognizing that, but Arcanine was just a good bring in general. Surviving that Earth Power is just really nice. So you just know you can take a hit, and then Snarl spam looks okay, but I think Prim just comes in here. Why not, right? Like, what's he waiting for? You definitely bought Primarina. It's your MVP so far. It looks good into his team. He doesn't have Sun. Why not, right? I can't stop looking at Blaziken's tail for some reason. Just pointing at me. Just pointing at me. Anyway, Primarina did come in. I think this is just a Hyper Voice. I don't see why not. Or a D-Gleam. D-Gleam makes sense. D-Gleam should take care of it. Is this a fast Scraggy, though? Let me see. What do we do here? Does Mount have an out? I would get rid of that Hariyama if I could, right? But Primarina is the threat here. He's already Terrad. So I just feel like you can handle a Prim Protect here. You can handle it, I think. And I think you're so far behind right now, you have to kind of catch up. So I think a Helping Hand and then like a Terraflying Brave Bird into the Prim makes sense. And then just get rid of it. And that would bring you right back into the game if you did that. Yeah, I think I'd probably do that. Because again, you're just so far behind. I feel like Wolf, I don't know why you would protect here. Unless it's just like, whatever, let's just give him, you know, maybe he's predicting a double into the Prim. Did he just go for the Helping Hand Brave Bird? Oh, he switched out to Hariyama. This is probably a protect on the Prim then, just to set up for his next turn. Arcanine switches in. Yeah, this might not pick up now. That Helping Hand, I'm glad he did that. Yeah, Terraflying Brave Bird doesn't pick up. No way. Oh, no, and then the Recoil, and then the D-Gleam will pick it up. Again, I'm like, this isn't like bragging or anything. I'm predicting these turns that both players are kind of looking at right now. I don't know if it's that obvious, but like, yeah, there's the Protect. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess the switch there makes more sense than the Hariyama attacking. So I guess that makes sense. But again, you're so far behind in the game. I don't really know what you do. You have to do high risk, high reward plays if you're losing. Because if you just kind of play it out normally, you're like, I'm going to lose this if I just keep doing shot for shot. Yeah, Prim can just D-Gleam here safely now. Like, I just don't know what he does. Like, you don't go for the... You can't tear on the Prim. Arcanine does get Helping Hand, so if you go for a Helping Hand and then you go for a... give me an E-Speed as well. E-Speed, and then... It doesn't get any speed control. So maybe Helping Hand, D-Gleam, or maybe just an E-Speed D-Gleam or something makes sense. Or Will-O-Wisp makes sense, but I don't know why you would. You just clear the field here with the D-Gleam. So... Wait, what should KO? Hold on, he's saying something should KO? No, it's the wrong turn order. Yeah. He went for the Super Fang and then the Brave Bird, thinking it would pick up. Flare Blitz goes off. Yeah, and then just single target D-Gleam just wins. Well, he does have one other mod in the back, I think, no? Yeah, I just don't know what you gain if you protect the Blaziken. I guess maybe you go for a Super Fang. Okay. It is faster than the Prim, which is nice. Moonblast, so it might not have D-Gleam. Yeah, he says, I think that's GG. Yeah, I think it was GG a couple turns ago, guy. I guess he could have brought it back in. Potentially. No, but Wolf, like, just bringing it back, it was leftovers, too. Maybe planning on being baton pass, too? Yeah, I just think this is really hard to come back from. Hariyama's in the back. No. Well, maybe if you save a Blood Moon for that, I just don't know. I feel like Wolfey just clicks attack buttons. You just go for Moonblast, you go for Flare Blitz, and then you bring it in and keep attacking and you win. Do you hope for a Hyper Voice? You know, like, I think Prim might protect here and then you attack with the Arcanine. Like, does it survive an Earth Power? No, Snarl makes sense too. That did a lot. Earth Power, you definitely survive aside from crit. Nope. Hyper Voice goes off. Yeah. GG's. Wow, Prim, you know what? Saving your MVP for later in the game, later in the set is really nice as well. He was able to win without it in game 2. Game 1, I think, just got away from him. I'm not sure what happened in game 1. I can't wait to watch his perspective off camera. But no, that was a lot of fun. It really sucks to see a defending champion down to 0-3 to start the season. I know Mount's a much better player, and he would say the same thing as well. He's much better than he's playing. So, but I also think it might just be a case of he didn't jive with his team very well when it started. So, you know, sometimes it just doesn't go well, right? So, but the thing is you know what's cool? He's 0-3 right now, but he's probably still going to keep trying all season. And guess what? He's going to play next season as well, and the season after, and he's going to start slaying again. He's not going to let this discourage him. He's not going to let this kind of, you know, knock him out and stuff. He's not gonna, you know, sob and stuff like that. He's just going to keep going. So let that be an encouragement to you guys as well. And he's still having fun. He's still having a lot of fun. So, GG's to Wolf. Wolf wins, so Wolf is now 3-0 to start the season, and Mount is now 0-3. So, you guys know the drill. We go into the breakdown of what we thought they were going to bring and what they did bring, so stick around. I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, so here's the team breakdown of what we thought they were going to bring. Brink? Oh my goodness. We thought he would brink this. Anyway, I'm not going to edit that out because I think it was funny. So, no Torkoal. I think Wolf was probably well prepared for Torkoal. I don't think it would have helped him very much. You had the Arcanine, you had the Primarina with a really high special defense, and you had the Calm Mind Espathra, and you probably had the Thick Fat Hariyama. He didn't reveal Wide Guard, but he might have had it as well. I think we saw Fake Out, we saw Drain Punch, we saw Knockoff. Maybe the last move wasn't shown, I don't remember. But it might have been Wide Guard, or it might have been like an Assault Vest set. I don't know. We'll have to see. I keep saying I'm going to go watch Wolf's perspective after this just to see. Let me see. So, yeah, the Mental Herb on the Oranguru didn't show up. But again, if you weren't going for the Tricker mode, then why not? The Eject button on the Electivire, again, I thought he was going to lead into Trick mode, so I would Tricker mode. I was very wrong on that. So I think I only got 3 right because the Vileplume didn't show up either. So Illumise, Ursaluna, and the Electivire, 3 for 3. Sorry, 3 for 6. I didn't get the other 3 right. Let me see. AV on the Ursaluna, I think it was Silk Scarf. It was an offensive Electivire, which made sense into the Primarina being so strong. Again, just positioning it properly was really tough for him to deal with, right? And then we have the Illumise with the Cobra Cloak. I think it was Cobra Cloak. I don't remember. Tailwind Encore, Struggle Bug, Fake Tears. Fake Tears actually would have gone pretty hard here, actually, because he had the, what's it called? He had the Calm Mind and the Baton Pass stuff, so that actually might have been really nice to have. I don't remember if he had it. I think I saw Encore. I think I saw Helping Hand. Struggle Bug might have been there, but Tailwind was definitely there. I know that for sure. And the Ursaluna Terra Normal. Hyper Voice, Earth Power, Blood Moon makes sense, and I just had the AV with the Moonblast instead. And that's pretty much it. We weren't very right on that one, but for Wolf's team, let's see what we thought he was going to bring. The Prim, obviously front and center. He had leftovers, obviously planning on Baton Passing to it. Hyper Voice, Weather Ball, Moonblast. We saw the Hyper Voice and the Moonblast. We saw the Protect as well. It wasn't Life Orb. We did see the Noivern, so that as well. We saw the... let me see. We saw the Hariyama. It might have been Assault Vest. I don't remember. It was Terra Flying, not Grass. Probably Thick Fat, I would imagine. We didn't see Headlong Rush or Ice Punch. Knockoff was there. Mamoswine didn't come, I don't think. No, and then Arcanine did. So we saw the Snarl, the Flare Blitz, the Intimidate. Ooh, I didn't pick Intimidate. I picked Flash Fire. Maybe he had enough answers for the Torkoal. It's a good thing, because that Intimidate actually came in clutch. The Air Balloon was on something else, wasn't it? Wasn't it? No, it was on... No, the Air Balloon was in Aaron's game, the last game. Oh, the blending together. But, so let me see. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4. We didn't get the Venonat correct either. So he brought the Espathra, we weren't predicting it, and he brought the Sliggoo. I should have predicted that he picked it up for a reason. I should have predicted it. But who would have predicted Combine, Baton Pass, Speed Boost into Sliggoo? Or, what did he call him? Super Sliggoo, I think he called it. Mount during the match. So, yeah, so I guess, you know what? I think we guessed more plays right in that game than we did teams. So, but it's always fun to do this. This is always just fun. So if you guys liked that video, like it below. If you guys liked the analysis, leave a comment, because I think I earned it. I think I picked a couple of things right. I don't know if we got a whole lot of things wrong predicting wise. I think we kind of laid out what could have happened. And we paused it, which I think I should probably do more often, because, you know, it was a lot easier to kind of like analyze and explain what I'm looking at rather than just flying and blah, 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 right? So anyway, guys, thank you very, very, very much for watching. Comment what you think they should have brought. I never asked you guys this. What do you think they should have brought? What do you think Mount could have brought instead to actually make his matchup a little bit better? I feel like Wolf just kind of, he was pushing on the gas pedal the whole match. He was just kind of in the driver's seat, just kind of another car reference. Why not? But Mount, yeah, he drafted a slow team and he went Tailwind, so it does work in some scenarios. But yeah, I'm not really sure. Not the start he wanted. So I don't think playoffs are completely off the table yet. You could win the next 4, finish 4-3, but to finish top 4 out of 8 teams with a 4-3 record, it's gonna be close. It's gonna come down to tiebreakers. But this, at least you got a game out of it. So. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching. Click like and subscribe if you guys liked what you see. Stick around for games 3 and 4 tomorrow. Well, when I say tomorrow, I'm recording tomorrow. I don't know about when I'm releasing it. I might release it tomorrow. I think I kind of have to now, don't I? Because I said that. Anyway, so another plug, the Discord I mentioned in the beginning. Check out the description for the link. Join the conversation. Let's chat. I'll be in there. All of our friends will be in there talking about these games, draft in general. We'll hook you up with draft leagues if you guys need one. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.